Welcome, listeners, to the Realty Rundown. We are here to talk about the Orlando Regional REALTOR Foundation to see what's next in impact and service. And right next to me, I have our chair from the foundation, Bob Caldwell.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Upright and vertical.
Well, Bob, you have served at the association for ever since your career. And the foundation, you actually founded the Bob Caldwell Disaster Relief part of the foundation. You are a colored and decorated realtor. You have served at the national levels all the way, and you still today show up every single day for the industry, which is amazing. But the foundation is a charitable aspect that a lot of our members don't really know about. So what was that one thing that inspired you to go all in for the foundation?
Well, mainly give and serve. My background is, search and rescue with a first responder. And when I came down here, the first disaster I actually worked in Florida was Hurricane Andrew.
Wow.
Down in Miami and everything. And from there, it just continued throughout my career to as we speak today.
That's amazing. Now, for the listeners out there that have never heard of the foundation or don't really know at what capacity it serves the association or their businesses, can you explain and give them a quick overview of what the foundation is?
The foundation is, has many legs, so to speak. It's the charitable, part of the Realtor Foundation. We work with habitats. We work with nonprofits around the state, and mainly in Orange and Seminole County, helping out. We do, blitzes and builds. We've built homes over the years and in the Paramore area through, Heroes Common. We built 7 homes there on 7 lots that we owned, mortgage-free for military vets. We've also built a couple other homes, sporadically, and worked with City of Winter Park on Hannibal
Square.
Hannibal Square. And what we do, we're out there in the community, and we not only work with, affordable housing, but, habitat. We also deal with the schools, the top talent with Orange County, which is amazing. The students here with what they're able to do with the piano, make them sing. I mean, it's gut-wrenching.
I mean, I was at the veterans luncheon, and they had one of the students from Orange County God's Talent, top talent, and the Star Spangled Banner, I have never heard it sung so beautifully before.
She nailed it.
And it was one of the initiatives that we were able to support.
Right.
So I love that we were able to even transcend it even here at our local association and get that talented artist more exposure.
Yeah. And we've also, when we had our expo here, the group that sang was from the top talent.
Oh, the K-pop group band, boy group band.
Yeah.
It's going to be another Backstreet Boys straight out of Orlando. Yeah. And I love that we were able to provide our members the opportunity to see them first. So with that, we do want to go ahead, and I know that you mentioned the Habitat for Humanity and our collaboration with the different habitats and what that looks like for next year, because it sounds like you want to partner with both Seminole and Orange. What was our collaboration with them this year?
Well, we had the build. We've been trying to help them find land, because the biggest thing with Habitat right now is they can't find affordable land in order to build their projects. Yep. Because of the high cost of impact fees, et cetera, and the cost of land. Unfortunately, we haven't been very successful because everybody thinks that the value of the land is worth the 2023 values.
Right.
But Habitat They're looking at maybe even opening it up to do, repairs
Yeah.
for the less fortunate. A lot of their projects are in the Paramore area, which, we're very familiar with because of Heroes Common and the other homes that we built down there. It's been a very good marriage between the habitats and the foundation for many, many years, and for the board for that, ORRA for that matter too.
Absolutely. I think that Habitat has such an amazing program, the way it's from start to finish of how they from awarding the homes to teaching them how to be a homeowner, because that's really a hard part, is that you have to start saving for when that roof needs to be repaired and when that HVAC needs to be replaced. So I really love our partnership with them in the sense that it really feels like that homeowner is going to be truly supported in home ownership and be ready for it when they get that home.
It is. And, I got pictures of, 'cause I've worked with Habitat all over the country.
Wow.
And on builds and everything, because NAR used to build a home every year at the convention area.
Really?
But, I got pictures of young children, 3 and 4 or 5 years old, coming up on the day we give them the keys and dragging me to their bedroom, telling us that, this is the first time they've had their own bedroom, because they've shared it for so many, for all their life with 2 and 3 and 4 siblings.
Yeah, absolutely. Our foundation does so much when it comes to affordable housing and just making sure that we try to make that American dream happen for everybody. But we also have a hand in sustainability. And a lot of people don't realize that our foundation is actually the part of the organization that hosts our annual Waterway Cleanup. So I'm going to put in a little shameful plug for our annual cleanup that we do every single year, where we have realtors from all over Orange County and Seminole County go out into our waterways and make sure that we're really being good stewards of the environment.
And pick up trash.
Yep, that is what we do. And it builds awareness that we could be better stewards, but also it gets us a time that we can really connect with the community, because not only do we have our community partners and sponsors come out during those events, but we actually have members that host their own event and have their clients come out. And it's really a way to show that we really value the communities that we serve. So I really love when we are all out there. And this year we got to do something a little different. Do you want to elaborate on what we were able to kind of offer, not just our members, but also the community?
Yeah, we had the first expo here at the board.
Yes, we did.
Which was a huge success. We had vendors, all walks of life and all industries. We invited, all the communities, neighboring communities and realtors, and asked the realtors to, let their homeowner associations, everybody know, what it was. We had a number of classes that were, out of the park, more than well attended, standing room only, to the fact that everybody, requested, we have them again, next year. And we're now in the plans of, putting next year's together. And I looked at to be a lot bigger and better, and hopefully more community people come out.
Absolutely, listeners. So if you are not a member of the Orlando Regional Realtor
It's open for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
We open our doors to the public. We believe that we are key to the community, and we unlock those doors to make sure that opportunity is available for everyone. Yeah. So I really love that part of the expo. So you're chairing this foundation, and what a insurmountable role that is. What project this year really resonated with you that you're like, wow, that's the heart of the foundation?
I think the expo we just had.
Oh yeah,
really, because we reached out to the community, and realtors. We had realtors come that I think they came out of curiosity.
Yeah,
and then found out that hey, this is a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
I know I've invited my individuals that I've sold homes for and everything. A couple of them came out. And I think after the first one, once we get over that hump, I think it'll be bigger and better each year, from now on.
I agree. Something that I have the opportunity of being able to serve alongside you. And one project that we did this year that was just, I thought, absolutely fundamentally changing in somebody's life was the family that you actually were able to locate in Apopka. It was, I believe, a mother or
It was a grandmother that took in 3 neighborhood kids, and that didn't have any, family life,
yeah.
and took them off the street, so to speak, and raising them in a home that she was 80 some years old, and she's lived in that home all her life.
Wow.
And unfortunately, it was, being 80 plus years old, it was starting to fall down around her.
Yeah.
And we came in as an organization and helped, furnish some of the labor and also do the appliance package.
Oh, wow.
But the Apopka community, came together, Boy Scouts, a number of other organizations, and pretty much rebuilt that house from the top up.
That's great.
She had plywood on the floor so she wouldn't fall through the floors because it was so termite ridden.
Wow.
And God love her. I mean, and we put her up basically for 4 weeks in a hotel and the kids because they couldn't live there while we were working on the inside of the house. And that's some of the things, some of the projects we're looking to do, in the future.
Wow. It's like we touched one life, and now those 3 children are going to be able to be raised in a safe home that they can go to. And I just can't wait to see what the lives that they touch in result of this.
Yeah.
It's all about touching one. I always say, like, reach one, bring one, right? Like, whenever you are able to help somebody, just make sure that you bring them up along with you to make sure that everybody's thriving. So it really is a hand up, not a handout. And I love that about our foundation as well.
Yeah. And that's what we do. And that's what, like she did. I mean, that's a perfect example of, giving. And, when I teach in orientation or whatever here at the board, I try to make everybody realize that, be a giver. Don't be a taker. My father, instilled that in me when I was, knee high to a grasshopper, so to speak. But give back to the community because we are, realtors, we're in the community all the time, and we're people business. And, it's self-serving. Yes, we're out there, putting deals together, buyers and sellers, but still, we're meeting people, and we encourage our membership. If they see a need for somebody, make it known. See if we can give them a helping hand, we can give them a leg up.
Yeah. Now, you have built the foundation kind of up to where it is today. And it's interesting to see that you're on your second term of your 4-year term with the foundation. And it seems like you've really made a lot of headway. What are your future plans with the foundation? I know you talked a little bit about the program expansion with the expo, and then also our relationships with the habitats that are here in the local area. Are there any other future expansions that you have for the next year?
And, as a caveat, I haven't done it alone. I've had a great group of people working with me like yourself. And we've gone from a small nucleus, so to speak, in the last couple of years to where now we're starting to expand and bring other industries and partners in with us.
Wow.
We just had a meeting last week with Orange County Firemen, the VA, Darden, ABC, and the home builders, to where, if there is a disaster or whatever, we can utilize our resources amongst everybody to help out.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, even though I'm a first responder, the firemen, they work, and police 24 on and 48 off. But when there's a disaster, it flips. They go to a 48-hour on and 24-hour off.
Wow.
And when they're on duty, they can't help themselves. If they have, their house flooded or roof, they can't drop what they're doing and go take care of themselves. And that's what we're here for. If one of their members is in need for something like that, they can call us. Then we can put the group together along with the ones that are off for 24, and help them out.
That is a huge gap to fill. I didn't realize that it goes the opposite way.
Yeah.
So that is going to be huge, especially learning that Habitat is really trying to work on their repair side of things. Hopefully we can really help more and more people, but that's amazing.
Another edict that we've been given is the community affairs, area of the board of realtors, where it'd be up to us to go out in the community and do things. We're looking at Christian Service Center, maybe setting up 1 or 2 days a week or month to serve lunch. Second Harvest, putting the food together to be shipped out, or putting it out. Things like that. Thanksgiving, maybe, not this year, but next year, doing some service or, serving meals to the homeless.
Right.
Because there's so many areas, so many of the churches that do it. Why shouldn't we get involved also?
Absolutely. Home is where they are, and it doesn't matter if anybody's transient. They definitely deserve a warm meal on a day that a lot of people are celebrating in their own home. So, yeah.
And there's so much we can do. One of the areas I want to hopefully get involved in with the veterans is building ramps for the disabled.
Yes.
Because and I can relate to it more because my mobility has, been limited. And I know, with someone in a wheelchair, what they have to go through to, get in their own homes.
Yeah.
And just the typical ramp can be such a blessing to them.
That is that's such a huge part of the community too, especially being in AARP, aging in place county and city, at least Orange County is, and so is the city of Orlando. I can't imagine how many people are isolated in a way because they just don't have the mobility or means to get out of their home and be able to just get some fresh air. Mm-hmm. So what a blessing that would be. Now, expansion programs like this take a lot of people, a huge team, which we have such a strong team behind us, like you said. And under your leadership, we are just able to follow the leader on this one. But a lot of this requires, of course, funds. Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about sponsorship opportunities, ways that third parties that believe in this mission but don't necessarily have the manpower or team to go out and find these focus areas that we've been able to. What is an opportunity and way for them to be involved with the foundation?
Well, one way, and this is on my bucket list, is to maybe get realtors to give a percentage of their commission, to the foundation, whether it be just $100.
Yeah.
Because $100 leads to another $100, and we have 18,000 members. Not all of them are making a good living, but I think the ones that are making a good living, I think if we could show them the benefit of giving back. That's one way they can do it.
Absolutely.
We're looking at, some grant writing through maybe Homeownership for All with Florida Realtors,
okay,
where we might be able to, get some funds and direct it to, the Habitat for certain things.
Right. Because I believe you were awarded a grant from the National Association of Realtors, a placemaking grant, where we were able to build a playground in Bithlo, right?
Right, with that. And they also helped us with Heroes Common.
Oh, wow.
Both Homeownership for All, Florida, and the National Association.
Wow.
To build, to go for some money for the for those homes.
Now, Florida Realtors has grants available for us this upcoming year, hopefully.
Right, for homeownership for all, yes.
Wow, that's going to be exciting. Now, what about other entities like banks or, I noticed that like Solar Bears, they sponsor a lot of things and the Magic. And we have these huge conglomerates like Disney and Universal. If they want to get involved, are there ways that they could partner with us?
There are, and my staff or our staff, Susan and Titi, are just amazing.
Absolutely.
We're working now on putting like a package together, where if someone asks for what can I do, how can I do it, we can give them the information and they can feed off of it.
And just so the listeners are aware, we are a proper
We're a 501c3, yes.
Yes. So it is a write-off. And we have our pillars and our initiatives all on our website, including our mission and our contact information. So if anybody is interested in getting involved, just send that email. One thing I can say, and like you said, our staff works 24/7. Yeah. They answer my texts in the wee hours of the morning and the late hours at night. Right. And that's one thing that I really feel is so great, that every sponsor's dollar is going to the right place, especially with how committed everybody is to the actual mission.
And to any realtors or industries out there, another project we have is our bricks. We're at the entrance where you can have your name put on a brick, and I think it's for $100, $150, and it'll be there as long as the building's here.
Yeah.
So, that's another way of, contributing to the cause.
We also potentially have a bench, I hear. There's opportunities to put benches all over this place. So that may be an opportunity that's still available if anybody wants to really make their mark. We've talked about the foundation. We've talked about our priorities for next year. We've talked about how realtor members can get involved with the foundation. And we've talked about how entities can give back to the community and give to an organization that fundamentally has all of the woodwork necessary to give back in a multiple and variety of ways. So what else would you want to leave our listeners with? Is there anything we missed?
Other than, we're here to serve. If you know someone that is in need of almost anything, we have a lot of individuals out there now in Orlando that have to make a decision if they're going to spend money on medicine or housing, or put food on the table. Let us know that if they have they have a window that's broken and boarded up and needs to be fixed. Something like that can really make a difference to individuals. And that's what realtors are. We're here to make a difference in the community, and that's our mission, to give back, not be a taker, but give back to the community that we serve.
Absolutely. Bob, you are the epitome of what it means when we talk about selfless service. You have been a leader and a champion for the industry, but most importantly, you are a champion for protecting our most vulnerable communities, which is, whether that's the elderly or that's our youth or that's those that just are going through a time in life where they can't pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And I just want to say it has been a privilege being able to serve alongside you. I have learned so much from your diplomacy and just from your selfless commitment. You're just there and you show up and you roll up your sleeves and you do the work. And I'm just honored to call you my friend and to know you. So before we wrap this whole thing up, I do want to talk a little bit about giving back, since that's what the foundation is all about, and having gratitude for just the simple things in life. What are you most grateful going into this holiday season?
Basically being able to walk and breathe.
That's right.
I'm very involved with, our local church. In fact, when I leave here, I'll be going, I have to buy 30 turkeys and 28 hams that we're going to be cooking next week and stay up all night, Wednesday night before Thursday to give out, to people. But, it's a time that many people, unfortunately, don't have what we have.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed with the fact that, family and friends, we all come together and realtors, and that may be something that maybe we can look at for next year, putting together Thanksgiving baskets for people that, are less fortunate.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that would be an amazing goal.
Yeah.
I think that I am most grateful, if I have to say career-wise, I am so grateful to be plugged in to the Realtor Association and be plugged in to the foundation. I'm so aware of things that are going on, and I'm so aware of resources that, even some of our own clients suffer with where they can't get that mail and they may need that window fixed. So I am really grateful for the Realtor organization as a whole, but also just to be an Orange County resident and the city of Orlando resident. I feel like they offer so many resources. I've been to so many food drives, and it's just a community that really comes together and really wants to give back. And there's so many organizations, and I'm grateful that we're one of them.
Yeah. And I mean, the opportunity is there to give back. You just have to, want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about the Realtor, nation. We are one big happy family, and we're there to help each other and to help those where the need is.
And I'm just honored and privileged to serve alongside you, Bob. So with that, I do want to leave our listeners with a way to get in contact with us and to make sure that you can plug in. First, you can reach out to our website. It's the Orlando Regional REALTOR Foundation.org, or you can go to our Instagram and find our information there. With that, if you want to be an entity partnering with us, or if you want to serve on one of our communities, be sure to reach out, and we look forward to seeing how you can impact in the future serving with the Orlando Regional REALTOR Foundation. Thank you so much for your time, Bob, today.
And thank you for everything you do for the foundation and the industry.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
It really is an honor. All right. That's a wrap.